Do not need no introduction. Ooh. Style my own, can't no one touch it. Ooh. Became what they said I couldn't. Ooh. Mediocre, that won't cut it. Life is a gift, I wanna live it to the fullest while I can. Why would I not wanna know my days in this game are numbered? Might as well enjoy the few years that I do have left. Who knows when I'ma write my last verse? I've been to hell and back ever since that first EP came out with all I have on it. I've been giving all I have, wasn't really prepared for the pain I was gonna have to go through to get to the end result that I knew I wanted. Hoped I would make an impact in rap. Has that been insane? Yes, but it was worth it. I can't imagine if I would've gave up and just turned my back on this music. Where would I be now? Don't know how I would've made it out from underneath that rainy cloud. Had my doubts, yes, but that's how I found my true purpose. If my surface looks great, who cares if underneath I'm hurting? If there's one thing I've learned in my life, it's that life is uncertain. Getting burned is unavoidable, isn't it? Ain't a person alive that hasn't been a victim of being lied to. We're all hypocrites, giving our 2 cents but not listening. All living in our own world, thinking that we're right when the fact of the matter is a closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Don't believe that's true? Well, open it.
Let me fix my cheek real quick. What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm feeling my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't let me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is text and listen. I don't know why they mentioning beef. I don't think no one better than me. You can say what you want, but my steppers don't speak. If I tell them to go, then they stepping on 3 like border chain. That's competitive. Me make it rain in your hood like I weather the street. So my label we good. I'ma get to the breach. You only as tough as your weapon could be. I done call me a Dylan. I got off the block. To the hate and put that on the watch. Had the ice on my neck 'cause little shorty on hot. It's some rappers that want me to flop. I don't care about no dissing 'cause none of them pop. And I'm shooting my stars off a pop. They be all on my DM like when you gon' drop. Look, it get boring just me at the top. It get boring just me at the top. I be shaking their hearts every time that I drop. Like when I walk in the spot, it says you won't be in this and you don't make it hot like her. New deal, AP, I done signed up with Def Jam. Jay-Z, got the in my left hand. Play me every time that I step them. Hate me like what? Play with the gang and you play with your life. Put a bet in your head, it don't matter the price. Put on their neck, so I got me some ice. If I'm dissing you once, I ain't saying it twice. Said I got time today, I done stepped in the field, I got time to play. And my exes are up, they had time to wait. Blocking, I said I need time away. Like, what you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm feeling my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. That's the way it get hectic. Don't let me slide up on you, no electric. Blocking, hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way and all you do is text and listen.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In motion right, that's Hamler. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Now he's free at the 35. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Wilkins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Look at this defense for the Vikings. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
On third down, Jackson. And that
was incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returning it, here's Hamler. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
On 2nd down, Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's 3rd and 3. Going play action, Wilkins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Jefferson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Wilkins. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson now. And incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing is Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, right side.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. From the gun, it's Wilkins. Flushed out, and he's going to go down again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilkins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Hamler now on the return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
95 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The Vikings at 10-4 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now Wilkins off of play action.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
19 Chargers.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Wilkins.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. Because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Shotgun snap for Wilkins. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
off the play fake. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Jackson on first down.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Jackson on second down.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
Touchdown!
Zay Flowers
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wilkins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilkins. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Back to throw. Wilkins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Jackson now down around his goal line, rolling to his right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. And it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On the ground, it's Jefferson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun on third down, Wilkins. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Second down, Wilkins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here we go with Williams. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. In motion right, that's Hamler. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Wilkins on 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings! Javonte Williams with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Flush to his right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, forget the run on 3rd-and-1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilkins.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 18. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Wilkins. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
60
Back to throw. Wilkins. This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Wilkins.
This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out right at the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Jackson on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Tucker's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This is 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Still plenty of time and the 2 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Again, it's Williams. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 1st down.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them